Hey guys, happy Thursday. 43. I rang that in this morning around 6:32. I think I was born. But I am just going to demo 3 shadows that are still in stock and a lip cheek. And you guys, all of the makeup bags are still in stock. I just looked. All brushes, the powder brush, the blur brush, and the wash brush. The wash brush might be my favorite one, and it is low stock right now. So if you want a heavily discounted brush, check those out. They're on the last chance sale. Everything I'm showing today and talking about is on the last chance sale. I know it's confusing. I put 2 tabs because they are under 2 tabs on the website. So I prime my lids lash to brow. And these are the 3 colors I'm going to use. Spell is on the last chance sale. Paris, really pretty pink. She's a matte too. And then As You Wish is kind of a shimmer shadow, but she's like a low shimmer shadow. Not a ton of shimmer, but just the right amount. So I'm going to go in with Paris first. And I'm going to kind of use that as a transition shade. What that means is kind of a an accident shade. Like it's going to cover up if you mess up your darker shade or your lighter shade. So I just window wash this into my crease and kind of put it all over my eye. It's just going to help everything blend. So we are just in the Kumon parking lot, or I am. My kids are inside. Look at that. Paris is super pretty all on her own too. Just kind of brightens that lid. And it is a matte, so if you like mattes in your crease, you know, sometimes people say shimmers just get caught in the eye creases. So this is a nice matte where it helps just kind of smooth everything out. And then we're going to go to Hibachi at Fuji, which is my favorite place to eat. But my friend already took me out, and I had a delicious salmon dish. And so I've just been stuffing my face all day, which is kind of what I like to do on my birthday. Got crumble cookies, got a popcorn cake from my sis-in-law, and my cute little niece. And I'm just going to continue the journey after this with the overdoing the food. So there is Paris. Super pretty, subtle, nice. And then I'm going to deepen it with Spell. I was in love when this shade came out. Super sad it's going away. Works for everyone. They just don't want to overdo it because she can be bold. But look at that. I didn't do too bad. So I like to put it on the outer corner and crease just to help open the eye. She is heavily pigmented, just like all of our shadows and makeup, so a little bit goes a long way. But look what Spell does. So pretty. And pops the blue. Love Spell. This guy on the sidewalk is pacing, and he's making me nervous. I want to go see if I can help him out with something. And he's on the phone, just pacing back and forth. Anyways, we shall continue. This is Spell. Might have went a little darker over here, but you can always blend it out. So I like the bright brush for eyeshadow, but the blur brush, which is on sale, would work very nice as an eyeshadow brush too. Also great at covering melasma, maybe even acne. So I'm just gonna do one of these jazzes just to blend it all out. Maybe take a little bit of that Spell away. But super pretty. Spell is such a good shade. Now I'm going into As You Wish, right here. Kind of this peachy iridescent shade. Super pretty. I'm going to use my fingers so I get that extra pigment. So pretty. Okay, and I'm going to tap her inner corner to mid-lid. I use my finger because I like a little extra shimmer there. And it shows up easier when I'm demoing it. But if you want it more subtle, you just use the other end of your eyeshadow brush. But it's just this nice peachy iridescent, very subtle, a little tiny bit of shimmer. Got some dry skin going on there. So we'll add a little As You Wish to this side. And then I'm going to show you Grape Lip Cheek. I know that she is scary. She's super pretty. So that's my little eyeshadow look. Look at that. Nice, pretty, subtle. You can definitely smoke this out. I used these 3 shadows. They're all 50% off. Spell, Paris, As You Wish. Okay. Then I'm going to use Grape. Okay. I love her. I put my makeup on really early today, and I haven't touched it up at all. It's holding up rather well, I would say. So I always struggle with this time of year because inside I'm freezing, but it's outside, it's 90 degrees. So I step outside in my sweatshirt and I immediately am hot. But as soon as I go inside the house, I'm not. So yeah. All right, let's go into Grape. Look at it. But she's not that scary. Trust me. She's beautiful on the lips and the cheeks. Especially if you are like a cool tone gal. She kind of just comes across as a pink. Look at it. Not so bad. Just a pretty, subtle, cooler pink. Do you like it? Be honest. She's also on the 50% off sale. I'm going to put her kind of on the high points of my cheeks, and then I'll blend it out. Also, what's really nice in the summer is our setting powders. I'm noticing that I could use a little bit right now. We have 2 to choose from. I personally like the Vanilla Dust setting powder best. That's the OG, and that's what I prime my lids with. But we also have Feather Blotting Dust, too, and she's newer. Look at, see, it gives pink. And this is Grape. So don't count her out. And she's 50% off. But I like the Vanilla Dust setting powder best, but really both of them work really, really nicely. So I'm just going to add a little Vanilla Dust setting powder to take care of a little bit of this shine and shimmer from the glorious 90 degrees. And I know I'm in a sweatshirt, but I already told you why. Inside, outside. All right, we're going to add a little bit of illuminator because they're going away forever. All these powder illuminators are bye-bye. So let's just add a little. We're going out to eat tonight. Right on the high point of my cheek, I'm brushing on Photoshop. I put it at the tip of my nose. Same thing over here, high point. It's just going to give a subtle hint of glow. So that's what I got for you guys. What do you think? Birthday look. And I'll take the sweatshirt off, I promise. But I used Paris, As You Wish, Spell, and Grape. And then Photoshop as my illuminator. There's tons of palettes that are 50% off. They're pretty and fun. Fit all, everything that SEINT offers, it fits. And then all those travel bags, makeup cases, brush holders, 50% off. I mean, you can't beat it. Let me know if you have questions. I'll be sitting here just waiting for your questions. Have a great Thursday, and I'll be back soon.